This is Gary Fife with Mvskoke Radio. We're downtown Tulsa here at the Southwest Trading Company. We've got a back-to-school special, and we thought we'd talk with the owner here today, Mr. David Bible, about his business and what they're doing today. So, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Gary. Yes, today we're on back-to-school special that we're trying to give back to the community, so we're offering free school supplies for elementary, junior high, senior high students. Also serving up some meat pies and some grape dumplings for those that was able to come in. Apparently, they went. First thing that went was the food, but we still have popcorn, coffee, water, juice, snacks for people to have to come in. So, and then we're also we've got some of that traditional pizza coming in for our late people coming in.
Now, this store has been here for how long now?
This coming up October will be 2 years.
Yeah. Now, Tulsa used to have an Indian store, as we call it, Lions downtown. But Mr. Lyons retired and that store went away. Did you see a hole in the economy? Did you see a place for you in this kind of business opportunity offering Native American goods?
Yes, Tulsa, after Larry retired about 8-9 years ago, there was nothing here to people to go to see and find some Native American arts and crafts. And me and my daughter had thought about opening up a brick and mortar, but at the time I was had 25 years in the company. I was wanting to retire, make it to 30, and then COVID hit for 3 years, and then after that. We just drove around looking for calling phone numbers for places for lease, and then we happened to find this place close to the old Lions over there on Highway 75 where the old warehouse market used to be. So everybody kind of mistakes us as the same people, same families, but they're glad to see us. Previously, in the previous 6 years before we opened this place up, me and my daughter was doing conferences, seminars, town festivals. We were also doing powwows, and so we kind of knew by looking at other vendors what sold and what people liked, and a lot of it was beadwork, turquoise and silver. Being Mvskoke and Hopi, that kind of fit in both venues in beadwork and turquoise and silver. So we started having that first, and then we started bringing in some other stuff that are commercially made, and it has the native design on there, which the people like. To be made locally and individually, we do have skirts, ribbon vests, shirts. We do have local vendors that have their product in there, and jewelry and T-shirts. So it kind of fits everybody's one-stop shopping. So it does also attract the tourists because it kind of reminds them of New Mexico, Arizona traveling, that some of this stuff is found here in Oklahoma.
A lot of those tourists came to Oklahoma to specifically see Native American people, purchase goods, see a bit of culture if they can. Do you get any feedback from those folks?
Yes, definitely, Gary. A lot of the response is, when they come visit Tulsa, whether it's in a convention or passing through in a vehicle, Oklahoma has one of the largest populations of Native Americans. So they're looking for a place to find something authentic that they could take back home with them. We do have a lot of conventions, people that come to Tulsa. When they get off the plane, flying in, their first thing they're looking for is something Native American because that's all they read about. Tourists from over across the waters, only thing they have known about Oklahoma is what they've seen on TV. So they're, it is kind of comical that they're looking for teepees, villages, something that they've seen on TV and not really. I think it's 21st century people. So it's kind of fun to talk to them because they have a lot of questions. There's a lot of tourists that come. They've been told they have native ancestry, how to get in contact with that and get connected. So a lot of questions from tourists. So I think we're about 50-50 on our customers from tourists and from people that live here in Oklahoma.
Now, as you look around, you see all this gorgeous material that you put up for sale. Two questions here. One, how do you ensure its authenticity? I mean, we've had seen problems of people putting fake stuff out on the market and claiming it was native made and things like that. So how do you, first of all, go about ensuring that it's really native?
Well, most of our stuff we buy locally from artists that we've seen in various markets around Tulsa, Oklahoma, Okmulgee area. The jewelry we buy directly from some people that we dealt with in a long time. There is, the Native American Arts and Craft bill. There is a lot of knockoffs, a lot of not pure silver, not really authentic stones. So that stuff right there, if you see that at a low price, then you know it is. Now we have some nickel stuff that we sell at a very cheap price, but we do say, this is not sterling silver, this is not real. So we try to give them that option of what their cost point is. But we also have some vintage stuff that people try to bring in. We try not to buy off of people that just walk in. We try to know the artists so that we know that they did it themselves.
Do you run across the occasional scam artist or people trying to pass off their stuff as really being authentic?
Yeah, we do have some people say, I've had this, it's been in my family forever, and they try to bring it in, and they said, they want us to buy it and they want to sell it, and it's not real. It's just costume stuff that you see, whether it's online or bought at a flea market, but we try not to even deal with that, not knowing. We have to know who the artist is.
Now, the materials we see, it seems to all be really high quality, perhaps unusual for being only Indian made, things like that, very selective. Now, what is your standard, I guess, when you look at something to perhaps add to your inventory? No junk, no toy things, souvenir stuff that you might see on the side of the road. What is your level of quality?
We try to buy off. We do not want to have a type of truck stop type arts and crafts, the bow and arrows, the feathers, the dream catchers, just the handmade stuff or machine-made stuff that you see at truck stops, at little tourist stops as you're going from Route 66 when you're traveling. So we stay away from any of that stuff like that. We stay away from things that caricatures that make us look that not who we look like. So we stay away from those things that you see as you travel and during truck stops.
So things like fake headdresses and little feathered ornaments, things like that are not welcome here.
Correct. The fake headdresses, the bow and arrows, the different things like that. The feathers, just stuff that is made as a toy. We try not to. We don't want to carry that here.
As a customer, I've come in and seen your shop really busy. Now, what's the level of business there? Is it fairly steady or is it sporadic? What do you see?
It's fairly steady. We figure in retail that your weekends are your busiest, which is true. But during the week, we do have travelers and people coming in after work. We're open 10 to 7, 7 days a week. So we offer that opportunity for people to get off of work and come in and shop after they get off of work. So, but as far as travelers, they're traveling 7 days a week. Conventions come in from the BOK, Cox Convention Center. They come in after they get done with their seminars and conferences and visits. So it stays pretty steady. We figured Mondays, Tuesdays would be slow, but we usually keep a staff of 2 to 3 every day.
Tell me about that customer base. Who's coming in the door? Is it? I've seen a lot of Native American people who kind of welcome this place, and then a lot of visitors and folks who don't necessarily have any Native background, but are happy to shop and purchase the kind of things you offer. So who's coming in the door there?
There's a lot of travelers and customers, that mostly, they remember their parents and grandparents having some jewelry around the house, something on the wall, paintings, something that they visited Oklahoma and picked up. At one time they might have lived here, so it's good to come back and see some of that and pick some of that up. So the customers, we have a lot of people from overseas. It's fun to talk to them because of their accent. And I imagine they say the same thing about us, but they're just curious about knowing a little bit more about the culture here, asking questions. Unfortunately, Tulsa does not have a community center or a gathering place for to go as a museum. We will have one over here shortly, but right now there's just different areas that people go to. Also, the Tulsa Welding School has been around Tulsa for years, and there's a lot of Pueblo tribes that have sent their citizens over here to train. They have ended up staying here and living here in the Tulsa market. So we get a lot of Navajo Dene people that come in looking around, and they like it because it's familiar. It's more like home to them.
That was my next question about the Indian customer base that comes in. They're first of all looking for real stuff. They don't want to deal with any of the truck stop kind of stuff. People who do all their Christmas shopping here, or birthdays or whatever celebration. And now, have you gotten a chance to really talk with them and hear what's on their mind about having an authentic Native American dealer here who offers quality material? I mean, they're glad to have you here.
Yeah, they're glad to have us here. There's a lot of Native Americans that come in there. They're professional people that come and they want to decorate their office. They want to put something on the wall. They want to associate their workspace with something that represents who they are. So we do carry different paintings, either originals and prints from all different tribes that we have. So they pick up stuff to put on their wall. A lot of people are looking for cooking stuff, for the flour, the Coke's corn, the different things that they do to make foods, pots and pans to cook with, different things that, we have thought of as a store, that we could supply or we could furnish to the community. We're always looking for things that is needed. Questions that are asked, hey, where can I find this? Where can I look for this? One of the biggest things my daughter was looking at is beading supplies and stuff like that to help serve the community.
Okay, as the kind of word gets around, has there been a real growth in the amount of business that you do?
Yes, as when people visit Tulsa, with the use of the internet and Google, they can Google us and say, looking for Native American arts and crafts, and we come up, we pop up, and we're, advertising in different publications. We're a member of the Chamber of Commerce here in Tulsa. We're also a member of the Native American Chamber of Commerce. We try to get the word out that we're here and to stop by.
What about the dealing with the stereotypes that many people have had over the years, like coming in looking for cutesy little items and things like that, or we can just go buy cheap from the Indians, they don't know what they're doing, or things like that? I mean, is that something you have to deal with?
Not as often, hopefully at this time and age that we're in right now, that people have become educated in that. And sometimes we do get the people that come in curiosity, that are looking for cheap stuff. They don't want to spend that stuff over there. With the we get a little bit of the how the political environment is today, that they are looking, just to come in here to ask questions that doesn't pertain to anything that we do and sell. They're just I don't know how to explain it. It's just the demeanor of their attitude of Native Americans with the different things that are going on in the city of Tulsa, state of Oklahoma, and the United States. So we learn to deal with it, not to respond to it, and they have their rights to their own opinions, and we try to deal with them and try to move on and try to educate them. But at some point, the mind thought process is shut down, so it's a moot point.
Now, since you kind of ventured into that political arena, I have to ask a couple of questions here. Governor Stitt has come out as being hostile to Native American issues, tribal sovereignty, even regalia at graduation ceremony. The mayor of Tulsa, Bynum, has come out and wanted to challenge tribal sovereignty on things like traffic tickets, and instead of saying different laws for people of different colors. Now, does that come in the door, or do you have your own thoughts about what we're seeing?
I do have some thoughts. I'm not to be naive about the subject. I've lived in Tulsa for all my life. With the state of the sovereignty, with the McGirt getting passed a few years ago, the Mayor Bynum with the Cooper judgment, and all this other regalia, all this other stuff. There's a group of us that we talk about it. We don't talk about it within the store, but we do sit down and we do talk about the different things that are going on. One of the main things, with the state of Oklahoma and Governor Stitt, it's the State of the Union when it started in 2018. That things like this, you can say anything that you want, and people will believe it. Unfortunately, people read the first sentence in a paragraph, and then they believe what they hear. Hopefully Governor Stitt does sit down at one point to work with the tribes. This is something that is on everybody's mind, that is talked around the coffee pot, that the private dinner tables and stuff like that as natives, we always sit down and we work things out with things within our communities. We try to make things that people differ on, and we try to bring it out in the open so that we can rectify it, approach it, remedy it, and move on to make it all better. But it looks like that we're fighting a group of people that fear something they don't know anything about.
Final question, and I'll get out of your way, is how's the future looking? Have you done enough business, established yourself as part of the local economy? I mean, does that really look encouraging?
It does. We'll be 2 years here in October, as I said. We just signed a lease on another 1,000 square feet, and we'll be doing construction starting Monday to expand. We're not really looking at more retail space and to sell retail goods. We're looking at a place for people to come and gather, whether it's a make-and-take beading, make-and-take basket weaving, something where people can come and sit. We even thought about native authors and carrying books as a bookstore, CDs, DVDs of various artists, filmmakers, have carrying their stuff. So not really a crowded retail space, just more where people can come and sit and read and just talk about things that are happening within their community. When we opened up this, we knew that this was going to be our home away from home. And as our home is, when we invite people in the door, we always offer them a place to sit, a place to stay, a place to talk, and offer them, something to eat. My granddaughter's grown up in this place, so, we consider this our home. We want to keep it more of a place to come where people can see the people they haven't seen in a while. They haven't been to Tulsa. They only come to Tulsa once a month. And it's an opportunity to people to laugh, smile, carry on, and just feel good about when they leave, that it's good to see other natives shopping and get to meet them.
Okay, test 1, 2. What's your name? Where are you from?
Stacy from Holdenville.
Okay, now we're here in Southwest Trading Company, pretty much the only, quote, Indian store, unquote, in this part of town. What is it that you came in here looking for?
To look around.
Anything in particular?
No, I'm just looking around.
Okay, but what draws you to come into this place? I mean, is it Indian merchandise, anything?
The native merchandise.
Okay, looking for a gift or anything?
No, just looking.
Okay, well, good luck with it.
Okay, thank you.
Widow? Okay, good. I'm Gary Fife with Mvskoke Radio. What drove you into Southwest Trading Company?
My husband and daughter own it.
No, really?
Yes.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Nope. Just looking around, just shopping. Helping with a baby today.
Find anything that's really attractive there?
Everything. Everything's nice.
Okay, Mvskoke Radio. We're just okay. We're just visiting with people here at Southwest Trading Company. What's your name and where you're from?
Dan from Broken Arrow.
Okay, what are you looking for here today?
Just anything really in general. Ashley's having a back to school bash today, and they're down here giving away free meat pies as well.
Did you get in on those?
That's why I brought my brother. He's big on those.
Oh, okay. Well, I understand they went pretty fast.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Okay. Well, we've noted that there's always been some kind of Indian store, quote unquote, in Tulsa. Is that what brought you in? Are you looking for anything particular, Native American?
No, it's a Native American store. I like supporting Ashley and her father. I do buy blankets from them, and I give them out as gifts. And I have a couple of my own. So,
do you do your Christmas shopping here?
Yes, I do.
Now, this kind of store has always been welcome here in Tulsa, and people are always looking for it. Are you glad that this opportunity is still here in the Tulsa economy?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I am. It's an opportunity not just for indigenous people, but for any other people that want to come in and buy stuff, native made and native looking material. So it's pretty neat.
Does it feel good that you know that this is all native made and goes back to them?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep. I'm 100% for that. Anything made by native made, native owned, native pride,
All right. Well, good luck with it, and thank you for talking with me. Test 1, 2. I'm Gary Fife with Mvskoke Radio, and we're just doing a piece on the store here. What's your name and where are you from?
Andrea from Sapulpa.
Okay, what tribe are you?
Creek and Uchi.
Okay. Is there anything in particular that drew you to come into this particular store?
I wanted to get some clothes. I like these shirts from the powwows, and just some back to school stuff. Jewelry. I'm always looking for jewelry.
Yeah, I noticed you've got some small size T-shirts there. Are those for yours?
Yeah, one is for my daughter, and two are for my nephew for his birthday. And I'm always looking for the stickers. I love their stickers.
What is it about this kind of store that attracted you? Years ago, there was the Lions Indian store downtown, and then it disappeared. And this place opened up a couple of years ago. So what is it that you wanted to see? Are you glad it's here?
Oh, of course. All the native apparel, just literally everything about it. They have all the clothing and housing stuff, and jewelry, and just everything they have. They always have something for everything.
One of the things that the standards, I guess, is that it has to be native made, manufactured. Does that make you feel good? Are you glad to see that happen?
Yes, it'd be nice if there were more stores like it, but this is a good central location, so it's nice that it's here.
How much of your shopping do you do in this particular store? I mean, I was here in Christmas and it was packed. But how much do you do?
Holidays, yeah. Other than when it's not holidays, maybe once every couple months when I have money. Yeah, when I have a lot of some extra money, I like to come here and see what I can find.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We're doing a piece on this store. What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Shanista, and I'm from Tulsa.
What are you looking for here today?
Everything. Everything. We used to have Lions downtown, and when that went away, we didn't have much around here, so I was so pleased to see this place open.
Believe it or not, as a young guy, I worked at Lions for a little while. Now, that was my next question is, Southwest Trading Company filling a hole here in Tulsa's market?
Yes, definitely, for sure. I haven't seen any other place that has, the handmade wares like jewelry and hats and shoes, and there's no other place like it.
One of the standards they keep here is it has to be Indian made and produced. Does that make you kind of feel better about making purchases?
Definitely, yeah. I just would rather it be authentic than someone who is trying to recreate something who is not a part of the culture.
And it kind of functions in an educational fashion too, teaching people. What have you picked up? What have you learned? What are you looking for?
Jewelry is my number one go-to. I have gotten a few pieces from here, and they're just very treasured pieces.
I was here during the Christmas holiday. The place was packed. Do you think that reflects something about Tulsa's market, the need for native representation in the marketplace?
For sure, yeah. I mean, Oklahoma is just known for its large native community, and so even visitors, I would urge them to come here versus some souvenir shop or, this is definitely more representative of Oklahoma.
I heard one person call it kind of the trinket stuff as a truck stop kind of thing. But here we see high quality, and of course the price has to reflect that. Are you glad to deal with it in the marketplace like that?
Yeah, this is definitely not truck stop quality. These are handmade. I mean, you can have, beaded items that are inexpensive to make, but the quality and the love and the work that goes into them is just not there. So this is unparalleled. This is definitely not truck stop stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate Gary Fife with Mvskoke Radio. We're doing a piece here on Southwest Trading Company today. What's your names and where are y'all from?
I'm Hannah Childers, and this is Wesley Childers.
We're here from Tulsa.
Okay. What is it about this store that draw you in to check it out?
Well, I love the native culture that they have here at the store, and they're, like I say, really nice, hospitable people, and so really welcoming.
Yes, nice environment and cool. They even have baby clothing, different sizes and items. Yeah, it's really nice.
One of the things they do, the standards they keep here is that it all has to be authentically native produced and handicraft here. Does it feel good to support that kind of work?
Yes, it feels really genuine and helpful to support the cause and culture and part of the movement. It's nice.
It's nice when you can support, like I said, independent native artists, and like I said, they have an outlet to sell their merchandise. So that's great to have a store like this.
How important is it for this place to be part of Tulsa's economy? I mean, you get visitors coming in and they want to find Indian stuff, quote unquote, and this fills a hole, I suppose.
Oh, I feel like it's very important. It's in a good environment, accessible. We also follow them on Facebook, so that would be helpful for people coming into Tulsa to look at. Yes.
It's good that, like I said, they have a good location near downtown. Like I said, that where a lot of visitors are coming through, and like I said, events, and they're able to, like I said, come to a store like this
They have
and
cool deals and stuff.
yeah, and be able to purchase without going to maybe Mvskoke or Mulkey.
Now, is it important for this place to serve as a reminder to the Tulsa community that Native people are here, and we're part of it, and people are very interested?
Yes, I feel like it's very important to bring that up and know that they're in the community and to come help and support the cause. Yes,
It's really important that being in a a larger market like Tulsa, that they're able to just highlight Native culture to a larger audience.
I see that you have a couple little ones here with you today. One of them wearing a jersey that's got some Native things.
yeah, from here.
From this store, exactly.
We've been here a few times.
So, say hi.
Aubrey, say hi. Say Coco.
I've had interviews like that before. All right, well, you all have a good day. All right.
Thank you.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
Fine. Can I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
I'm Gary Fife with Mvskoke Radio. What's your name and where you from?
My name is Bristol Tatris. I'm from Boynton, Oklahoma.
Okay, what brought you in here today?
Well, I just work down the street here, and I heard that they were doing a school supply giveaway thing, and I heard about the grape dumplings, so I come to try the grape dumplings, man.
Okay, well, I understand the food went pretty fast.
Oh, the dumplings are gone? Oh, well, I've heard they're really good, so I come to try them out. So
Well, I'm sure there will be other opportunities coming. Were you looking for anything in particular here today?
No, this is my first time in here. I own the barbecue food truck down the street, and every time I'm open, he's open, and whenever I'm done, he's already gone for the day. So this is my first time really getting a little bit of time to come away to check it out. So really impressive, really impressive. I love it. So I'm just checking to see what they have. I'm not looking for anything in particular, but I love what I see so far.
Okay, you'll have to come back and check out the grape dumplings when they got them.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
By the way, can I speak with you?
Ashley Bible.
And you are part of the ownership here.
I am. Me, and then this is our mini CEO. You want to say hi? Hi.
How are you today?
Good.
Good. Now, we're interested in, the store. It's a part in Tulsa economy. Why do you think it's important?
Well, I think it's important. I mean, not just because this is our family's business and this is what we all do, but for the artists that are local to have a space to have their wares and the things that they make and get out there and get out in front of people on a daily basis. That was my main goal when we opened. We started out with Southwest stuff since we're Hopi, but I wanted it to eventually evolve into, still Southwest, but at least have half of it be local artists and give them a place. And to grow our family. We call them our artist family whenever we introduce new artists on our Facebook page because they are family. A lot of her best friends are kids of the parents who do the work in this shop. So it's really great.
Well, I think you probably seized on the economic opportunities, but how important is it for a Native American presence to be here in the Tulsa economy?
Oh,
is that a real reminder?
Yeah, I think it's huge. Sometimes when I feel like I'm forgetting, I have someone come in here and say, how we needed this and how we needed representation in Tulsa. And I still think we need more representation. Us being one of the only shops in Tulsa, I know we have a few other local smoke shops and places that sell native goods, but as far as for Tulsa, we just don't have. We have a lot of people from out of state that come here and ask where else can they go, and we don't have too many places to send them. We have the FAM Museum that's in Oklahoma City, and I hope one day that Tulsa gets something similar to that. But it feels good to be that representation, but it also feels like we need more. And so I'm hoping showing other people who might who've been thinking about doing something like this, or even a restaurant, a gallery, anything. I hope this kind of encourages them to go for it, that there is a good response, that our community will stand behind you, and that Tulsa supports you in general. So.
Okay, this is perhaps a bit off the subject, but right now our governor is coming up pretty hostile to Native sovereignty and things that are important to us. The Tulsa mayor is wanting to take a case to the Supreme Court regarding jurisdiction. So do you think your presence here might serve as kind of a reminder that we don't have to go this way? We're here, we're going to stay, and people are very interested in our culture.
Yeah, I think it shows that we are still relevant. A lot of people come here, like I said, and they're like, where's the reservation? And we are very assimilated into modern day culture here, as opposed to when you go out to our Hopi reservation, that's a reservation. But to say, we're still here and doing as much, seeing how many people showed up this morning when we have it, and we try to just show that we still have a presence. I don't know if my dad mentioned it earlier, but we help with Tulsa Powwow and organizing that, and we doubled our space this year, and we still filled up the building. And I think that was, to see everyone come out, and I hope everyone can continue to come out also when it matters, like when it's time to vote and do things of importance in that way. I think our people need to continue to show up and be recognized, because we're still here. It's still relevant. This is still a reservation, but it's different, and I think that makes people not realize that they can drive around and forget whose land they're on.
Well, final question kind of is related to that. So when people ask, where's the reservation, you can tell them you're on it?
Yes. I'm like, that's it. You're here. You made it. And they're like, well, it doesn't look like it. And I was like, well, we're still here. We're still doing things. We have a lot of tribes represented throughout the store, and I try to keep myself informed on as many different tribes so I can tell people about the different things when they come in and ask, and we try to stay up to date on the events, anything local that's happening, so we can help them realize we are still here, even if they don't drive by and see us, they still know we're here.
The Native community seems to know you're here. I was here during the Christmas period, and the place was packed with people doing their Christmas shopping. So, what do you hear from the Native American people here?
Mostly we just hear gratitude. Everyone's been grateful. We've gotten a lot of, that's one of the reasons why we like to give back, feed, school supplies for the kids. It was really, when I got here at 9 this morning, there were families waiting outside. And that really kind of got to me.
Well, it sounded like then it went really fast. Of course, grape dumplings is quite an attraction.
Yeah, that too. We had a lot of people with school supplies. We actually made another run to Walmart and got even more school supplies to hand out because we ran out so quick. But yeah.
So it sounds like our people have really taken you to heart. Has it shown up business-wise? I mean, does it look good for the future?
It does. We're actually going to be expanding over the next month into the space next door, which will start with fabric and gradually get more supplies. And then we're going to be working with different groups and artists to probably do pop-ups in the space next door for the holiday season to give them a spot to come in and sell and take advantage of being present throughout the holiday season. And then afterwards, we plan on using the space as a space for classes, basket weaving classes, beadwork classes, doing kids make and take. We have a lot of friends and family members who do that already in different spaces, but not too many of them are in Tulsa. And so I'm hoping we can do that more. I've been in touch with more authors, including kids' books, and so we're hoping to do like a kids' story time hour monthly and just do more things that really involve the community on a more regular basis without, asking them to come in here and spend their money, asking them to come in here and take part in something that's free and continue to just give back and do that.
We're going to hope that people come in with the idea of spending some money. We'd like to see you stay in business.
Yes.
Okay, now if you had a final word to tell people about your enterprise here, what would that be?
Just sincerely thank you for allowing us to be here. I think the support has been overwhelming, and it's really important to us. Like, this isn't just how we provide a living. This isn't just our living. This is, so many of our artists, how they support their families too, and just allowing us to be that for so many people. It just means the world to me. And my little one who gets greeted by everyone who comes in here, and when she's not in here, they ask for her, and that means a lot to me. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I saved you a meat pie and some grape dumplings
Okay,
too.